Hello, everyone! We are finally live. Holy. Okay, so, right off the bat, a bunch of technical problems, not down to any sort of actual, it's all down to user error. I didn't know that the stream didn't start yet, and then when I started, I didn't realize, I think I muted the sound last time, when I was doing Rompori, because I was trying to work out some other sound issue. But, we are live, and OBS has changed. I don't know if it's because I installed Stream Elements or what, but, like, it added a whole bunch more shit. Start streaming to activate chat. Okay, this is just another, I think this is just the same, like, chat widget I have on screen. I'm just gonna get rid of that. In fact, now I believe, oh yeah, I had, anyway, I'll mess with that on my own time. Anyways, hello! It is time for some Celeste. How is everybody doing tonight? Hello, Karumi. Hello, Sir Jacob, LCX. How are you guys doing? Hello, Neo Phantom as well. How are you doing? See. Let's see. Let's just see. Anything. For bus stat final. Ah, good luck. Good luck, man. In and Out open today? Ah, yeah. I think I've heard of that. I don't think we have that on the East Coast, though. I don't think we have In and Out Burger. Yeah, it's... Okay, yeah, it is just West Coast. That's what I thought. Anyway. Celeste. The best a man can get. So, I did implement the, Stream Elements. I don't believe it works, but let me try, I guess, now that the stream is live. Okay, I still need to... So, Celeste is overrated. You're overrated, Al. So, I created an account with Streamlabs, or not Streamlabs, Stream Elements. I did a couple of, like, commands, but I don't know how to get Stream Elements to talk to this stream specifically. Good platformer, best indie game. Hell yeah. Karumi knows what's what. I've been, speaking of kind of interesting platformers, Jet Force Gemini, that just came out on the Switch Online, and I'd never played that before. Alexa, turn off Logan's room lights. I'd never played Jet Force Gemini before. I don't think it's a very common game, despite being by Rare, which is kind of like the second-party publisher on the N64. Like, the second-party publisher of all time, arguably. how is the audio? See, smell, taste it properly. Long ass drive. Yeah, that makes sense if a place just opened. Yeah, good N64 game. Kind of, I mean, it runs on the same. It seems like it runs on the same essential engine as like crap, hold on. It seems like it runs on the same essential engine as like Conquer and Banjo-Kazooie, games that were classics when they came out. Now I'm not sure they've aged all particularly well. Crap. Here we go. So yeah, it's like, it has like really wonky camera angles. It's one of those N64 games. I didn't play a lot of it, but what I did play, it seems... I'm a little surprised that people don't talk about it more than they do. You're gonna likely bring back Celeste later this month? What, later this month in 2028? When we're all consumed by the flesh demons? $2023? Okay, thanks for clarifying. Banjo, not enough Kazooie. Got it. Ebby Hammond, how are you doing today? Wait, I'm trying to think. That name sounds familiar. Did I, have you been on my stream before? I actually genuinely don't remember. In and Out is too overrated. So, Elle, you're the one who told me about Stream Elements. Do you know how to actually get the chatbot to talk to this specific stream? Is it like OBS where I have to change the browser? I have to like set a link every single time to like each individual chat. Do you happen to know? Like, I know you don't use, like, chatbots and stuff, but I thought maybe you might know since you're the one who told me. You couldn't figure it out either? Okay. I'll have to work on it later. The other elements you just copy and paste. The browser code. Yeah, that's... Yeah, there's a couple things that I want to... In fact, I thought like maybe we could like discuss like some of the things that I want, and maybe you guys might have some requests as well. So to start off, the chat commands that I will have, I'm going to have. I'm actually gonna. I messed with the brightness the last time on my last stream, so I'm there we go, now it's better. So I'll have a link, which is what I was trying to do earlier. I'll have a command that can bring up my Twitter, and I have a command that'll bring up my Discord. I also have a tip link, which Actually, I believe that is set up, and I could, like, put it at least, like... But, I don't know. There's supposed to be a command that accesses that as well. But, so yeah, if you guys wanted to, I don't really expect anybody to do it. But, it was an option, so I figured I'd set it up. If, like, anybody wanted to donate, like, $1 or whatever, you know. You'll be able to type in !tip, and it'll take you to the PayPal link. Or it'll take you to this thing that goes through Stream Elements. Stream Elements supposedly doesn't take a cut of it. The only fees that would be involved at all are just whatever PayPal takes out. So, like, if you donated $1, PayPal might take out, like, 6 cents or something like that. You know, like, it's not something I really expect to happen at all. But it was just like a relatively easy thing to set up, so I figured, what the hell, if anybody wanted to donate money, they could. As far as redeems go, these are the redeems that I think I initially want. So, for a subscribe redeem, I was thinking, so if you guys remember, like, a couple weeks ago, I showed off some of my old videos, and I did an old video called Big Yum Recycling. I was thinking my redeem would be my intro to that, which would be just like 9-year-old me saying, "Hello, citizens of the world!" I feel like that would be a good, like, subscribe redeem. Probably wouldn't go off very much during streams, but, you know, hopefully it does. If anybody wanted to tip, the redeem for that, I think, would be Tim Curry saying, "Capitalism! The one place not corrupted by capitalism!" You know, like that line. And as for other redeems, I think I want a, "Oh no, my sword!" Redeem. I want something having to do with jungle. Like, maybe you could, like, play, like a monkey sound or something like that. You guys got any other suggestions? Anything, like, associated with the channel? Yeah, it doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work because it's not set up properly. But it will work in the future. I think there might even be like some generic ones I could add if I wanted to, like ones that stream elements already has pre-built in. So yeah, it's a work in progress. I'm still trying to figure everything out, but I did create the account, and now I just need to get everything to talk to each other, and it should all work out pretty well. Please follow me closely, Miss Madeline. The elevator is just down the hall. This hotel is in pretty rough shape. Is it really open for business? Of course we're open! The Celestial Resort Hotel would never close during prime tourism season. Rough shape. What did she mean by that? Oh, please. Allow me to carry your luggage. My bag? No thanks. I'll keep it. Very well. What a peculiar guest. Hi, Vinny. How are you? Maids are overrated, yes. Am I overrated? On a scale from 1 to 10, how overrated am I? Okay. I'm glad we've established this. I know what you meant, Vinny, but good typo. was being clever by breaking the game, but I was not. Platformers are overrated, yes. VNs are overrated. In fact, you know what? We need save states. Save states for visual novels. When is this going to become a thing? We've been robbed of our save states for visual novels for too damn long. Save states are overrated. Save states save lives. Somebody told me that. I don't remember who it was. Probably some no-good hoopla. Lives are overrated. Okay, that is the first correct thing you've said. That is the first correct thing you've said all stream. I agree with that on a... Play from start to finish, NDR. Hey L, guess what? Get fucked. That's not happening. Is overrated. I also agree with that. So despite your best efforts, you're still winning. And yes, and I know you're going to say winning is overrated. Also correct. Which in and of itself is overrated. Now here's the real question. Being correct is overrated. See, I knew it. Oh wait, no, that's... I already read that. See, here's the real question. And yes, this question is easily overrated, but... Is being overrated overrated? I'm asking the real questions here. there's... I think there's a place I can actually... Okay, there is. I'm not gonna bother getting that, but now I know how. Strawberries actually are overrated. Not the actual fruit. The fruit is really good, but collecting them in game is massively overrated, I believe. Undertale is the epitome of overrated. Oh, I fucking agree, man. I've played Undertale, and I agree that is like the epitome of overrated. Battle system is a gimmick. Merle is a gimmick. Morel is a gimmick. Merle is a gimmick. Whatever. Negotiating with enemies is. Thank you. Somebody finally fucking said it. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to be vindicated. Hi, KE. I was close. Zelda is too overrated. Honestly, I can't really comment on that. I've tried many times to get into Zelda, and I don't know if I'm gonna go as far as to say that it's overrated, but I'm going to say that it kicks my ass, and I cannot play it. No beta is underrated. I'm sure it is. By the way, I did watch L's video where he played Super Mario Wonder emulated, and wow, I am very impressed at how Switch emulation is. I mean, it ran I wouldn't have even known it was emulation if I hadn't seen like the emulation menu right in front of me. It is very impressive. Again, though, I don't know if I personally have much of a use for Switch emulation since I have like an actual Switch, which works just fine, but and I don't mind. I have the money to like buy like physical games that are still being sold, but it's cool that it exists, honestly. It's very cool that it exists. It has the compile shaders on the fly. That's cool, yeah. You gotta get all of those thick Elephant Man layers and textures. So what? Okay. Up there then? Maybe? Okay. I think I need to go left and then... Oh, I almost got it. Okay, like, hatred for platformers aside, the thing that I think makes this game still worth playing, even if you don't like platformers, is that it is a puzzle platformer. I feel like puzzle platformers have a little bit more to them than just... And it does sort of reward exploring in a similar way as a Metroidvania. Platforming with extra steps. I mean, really, isn't that just life? Life is kind of just platforming with extra steps. Get from one place to the next. Sometimes there's a diverging path. You can choose to take it if you want. Some people have many lives, some people have one, most people have one lives, and even more people have none. Also, I got a haircut today. That's the other, I guess, kind of noteworthy thing that I did. I worked really hard. I worked, although I will say, I am going to two work Christmas parties, two different work-related Christmas. Well, one's work-related, one's semi-work-related. So I'm doing two of those this week. So that's pretty nice. I mean, you know, I'm not working, so. Okay, actually, what RPGs actually are Falcom? Is Ys Falcom? No, Ys is Sega. Wait, no it's not. What is Falcom? Trials, Gunman, Swall. Oh, Ys is. Okay. I think Ys is like the only one I would know. Well, I mean, I know of. Wait. Oh, like Trial. Oh, no, wait, no, it's Tales. Those are the Tales games. Legend of Heroes. I think, like, Ys is like the only one I have any even degree of experience with, and I don't have a lot of experience with Ys. I need to play the Ys games. I hear the ones on DS are kind of like the perfect place to start. Like the Book of Ys. Trails is part of Legend of Heroes. Okay. So, I guess what I'm saying is, like, I can't exactly comment on if, Falcom is overrated, because I know fuck and all, about it. So, that's my fencing position of the day. Is my stream frozen? It is not. Okay. It's just on Vince. Okay, L is confirming stream is still good. entire comment section now, just like determining whether obscure-ass animes are underrated or overrated. Honestly, I say obscure. They probably aren't obscure. They're probably super common, and I have just no... Oh, fuck. I'm, like, back where I was. So, L, question. Would you argue that the first Castlevania is overrated? I don't believe you've ever addressed the first Castlevania. Castlevania is the most overrated franchise ever. Okay, well, like, you do realize you have to include, like, Symphony of the Night and shit in there, though. Like, if you're gonna say that, specifically, you kind of have to include Symphony of the Night in there. Are you prepared to do that? If you are, you know, you're entitled to your opinion, but I don't think you have that opinion. Symphony of the Night is overrated. Okay, we are headed into dangerous territories here. I believe the stream is very overrated. Anybody who watches this stream is... Yes. skits from early 90s with Keenan and the Wayans brother. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, In Living Color is good. Jim Carrey, I mean, yeah, like, you know, he was like one of the few white guys on there, but still, Fire Marshal Bill is always a classic. Honestly, SNL has kind of become In Living Color now, and it's sort of better as a result. Like, Michael Che is kind of the best thing that's happened to that show in a very long time. He's hilarious. Jim Carrey is overrated. Oh, you know what? You could make a case of that. Jim Carrey's brand of humor is not for everyone. Relies on toilet humor and the goofy thing. I don't know as much about toilet humor. I mean, kind of to the extent that like a lot of kind of Americanized humor sort of relies on toilet humor, but I wouldn't say like he's like the worst offender of that. I've seen way worse. I mean, fuck Adam Sandler. Jim Carrey is underwhelmingly overrated. Yeah. I don't know, like, okay, like, Jim Carrey as an actor is pretty impressive. Like, you know, I think the best actors are the ones who are the most versatile. I'm talking, like, Robin Williams. Somebody who can do comedy, do serious movies, and kind of excel in both. In fact, I'd argue Robin Williams was a better serious actor. I'd even argue the same with Jim Carrey. Like, there was, what was that one movie where, like, he had his memory erased of his girlfriend? Adam Sandler is the definition of fucking overrated dude. You know, Adam Sandler is literally, I think, the highest paid comic ever. Like, he's got like a fucking like multi-million-dollar contract with Netflix. It's just like, I don't know. Happy Gilmore was fine. Billy Madison was okay. Robin Williams is overrated. People today remember him because of his old. No, I don't agree with that at all. I mean, regardless of how he died, like, Good Will Hunting was, is, and always will be considered a classic. Like, if you want to get into, like, his comedy shit, yeah, I agree. Although, I do have to give any sort of props to anybody who can effectively do improv. Not that I believe improv is always funny, but it's a skill that I admittedly very much lack in, and it's something that I wish I could do better in, especially in my role as a streamer. I feel like I'm not nearly good enough at improv. And like, not just like, you know, coming up with jokes and shit on the fly, but also just like thinking of a thing to say. There's so many, like, drawn-out parts of silence in my streams, and it's something that I don't like. And it's honestly, like, one of the major reasons I don't go back and watch my old streams. Like, I don't think I've ever actually watched one of my own streams, apart from, like, I think I've, like, gone back and watched the, like, a couple of the drunk streams I did with Tyler. Those were pretty funny, but I don't know. You think I can have spontaneity? Improv comedy is overrated, I agree. Even Joe Rogan can do it. Don't even watch them, it's a pat. Yeah, like, I don't know, like, there are some people's streams I will go back and I will rewatch. Streams, videos, like, I will watch, like, 3-hour-long documentaries, and then, like, 2 months later I'll go back, like, oh, I really liked this. I'm gonna go back and rewatch it. I'm that kind of person. I cannot rewatch my own streams. I don't know if that's, like, I don't know if that makes you enjoy my content less. If it does, you know, I guess it is what it is, but that's just, like, my own views of my own content, I think. Laugh at Joe's jokes, he'll kick your teeth in. Joe Rogan's stand-up is pretty funny. His stand-up is pretty funny. I mean, like, Joe Rogan is a good interviewer, but ultimately I think, like, Joe Rogan is only as good as the people he interviews. If it's somebody I already know or I'm already kind of interested in, or, you know, somebody who, like, I'm interested in and might have something kind of maybe interesting or insightful or just, yeah, just interesting to say, I'll watch, like, an episode of Joe Rogan. But, like, if it's just, like, you can't, like, really binge watch Joe Rogan, because, like, most of these people you don't know, and you kind of have to, like, most of these people, you don't know who they are, and there's really no motivation to try and figure it out. Gordon Ramsay doesn't even cook for his own restaurant. I mean, I believe that. Isn't that restaurant, like, franchised anyway? So, like Gordon Ramsay isn't at every single restaurant. But no, I mean, like, Gordon Ramsay is legit, though. Like, during the quarantine, like, he posted a bunch of videos to his YouTube, like, cooking tutorials and shit like that, like, while he was locked in his house. Like, Gordon Ramsay is legit, for sure. I don't know, like, I've never seen Hell's Kitchen, I've never seen Kitchen Nightmares, I have no stake in the game, per se, but, like, you know, saying, like, Gordon Ramsay isn't at his own restaurant is like saying, like, I can't believe there isn't a Ronald McDonald at every McDonald's, you know what I mean? Gordon doesn't even know how to cook steak properly. Ask Waja Foods. Oh, I don't know them. Fuck whatever I said then. I know he did, like, cooking shit, like, during quarantine, so I assume, like, he knows some... He also can't cook vegan dishes. Yeah, he doesn't strike me as the kind of person who takes very kindly to vegans. Oh, I do have to... Wait, actually. Fuck. Okay. I think I actually do have to go this way. Which sucks, I don't want to have to go do this again. Tried to make a vegan steak. Someone replaced the recipe. But someone replicated the recipe to taste like potato. Yeah, when you're contrarian, you go 150%. Damn right. Don't fuck with LCX. Oh, I'm gonna need to do, like, a hot cake. I'm gonna need to do, like, a hot cake redeem somehow. I don't know what I would do. Maybe, like, do you like pancakes? I don't know. game is this? Celeste. It's in the title of the video. And it's kind of like plastic. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna give you shit for that. Yeah, it's a good game. See, here's the thing. I can be gamer with absolutely no skill, and I can like clear shit in Celeste, and because it has unlimited lives, I can pretend like I got mad gamer skill even when I don't. Try and collect all the raspberries. No. I've missed a lot of raspberries. Honestly, I kind of just want to like, I guess, like the game itself even says like this is entirely pointless. So why? Stomach. Easy. You think I'm a crazy good gamer with all the skills. Thank you. Clearly you've never seen any of my streams besides this one, but thank you. I will say, if you do like my channel, I do have like a slight goal of trying to get 500 subs by the end of the year. So if you like what you see, you know, give it a sub. I do Celeste, currently I am doing Celeste on Tuesdays, Rhapsody, a musical adventure, kind of a lesser... But yeah. Kind of like a lesser known JRPG. Atlas published it in the West. I do a thing called Rompourri on the weekends, where I just go through a bunch of random games. Some that are random, some that are requested by people in chat, like LCX will request games. And I also have games that are curated by me, so... And then on Monday, if you happen to be like a super fan and want to join my Discord, we do Discord watch parties. Last night we watched The Legend of Hay, which is how I found out that it's pronounced, which is totally butt-fuck insane and makes no sense, and I hate it. No, I don't hate it. I mean, the animation is nice, I guess, but yeah, that shit made no sense whatsoever. And then we watched Your Name, which was considerably better, I would have to say. Also a movie I'd never seen before, but still pretty good movie. Still have Cranky Kong as a playable character? No fucking way. Did they ever? That'd be funny if they did. I'm guessing no. There's no fucking way Nintendo allows that. That cool too, like as you unlock shit, like adds more to the soundtrack. Kind of a neat touch. Oh, spoilers. Oops. Whatever, I'm sure there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. They still have that.
Ms. Madeline, I really must implore you to keep up. I'm running a world-class establishment here. I don't have time to wait around for you. You really don't have to wait for me. I'm just looking for a way through this place. The customer is always right. Oh, of course, Ms. Madeline. My sincerest apologies. I was out of line. Please, feel free to explore at your leisure.
Spoilers are overrated. They don't actually spoil the experience. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they can. No, I am one of those people, though, who will get pissed at people. I'm gonna fucking tell you, like, Tyler spoiled the ending of Persona 4, by saying that Adachi was the killer. Sorry if anybody's not played Persona 4. I guess I just fucked that up. But yeah, my friend Tyler spoiled the ending of Persona 4. I was pissed for like an entire month at him. Not okay, no, like not pissed. Like, you know, we didn't have like a fight or anything. And I guess he didn't know that I didn't know, but still. I'm still gonna kick his ass. I'm gonna kick his ass for that. Spoilers. I mean, like, honestly, he was, like, kind of just such a non-player. Like, I think that's kind of, like, why it came as a shock to me. Because he was just, like, I would have never really paid any mind to him. He was kind of just, like... just, like, a background character. And then, like, the real character turned out to be, like, some random gas station attendant you meet in the first, like, 5 minutes of the game and then never see again. Top of his class. Okay, I guess fair point. Persona 6, probably in another 20 years if the gap between Persona 4 and 5 is anything to go by. I think, if I'm correct in saying this, I think this is where I can play, oh, never mind. I think, like, not too far from here is actually where I can play, Pico 8 Celeste. It's a fun little thing to find. Well, it's not, like, that far hidden, but still pretty cool. Here's my question, Persona 4 you know what, honestly, you probably don't need to remake Persona 4. Actually, please don't remake Persona 4, because they are gonna, like, change Kanji from being, like, kind of flamboyant to just, like, absolutely flaming homosexual, because, like, subtlety is dead. And it'll just, like, completely ruin the entire point they were trying to make 20 years ago.
When did this happen? I don't even know where to begin. Mr. Ashiro. Do you run the entire place by yourself? You're right, Miss Madeline. I've never... I'll never set out this mess alone. It's hopeless! That's not what I mean. Just breathe. Breathe. It's just a little spring cleaning. Well, okay, more than a little. But I can help. You're too kind. But I wouldn't even bother. It's a lost cause.
Hey, just like me in my streams. Okay, like, I understand, like, the argument of, like, you know, the whole school sim thing being a gimmick. The gimmick? I don't think the music is a gimmick. I think the music is just good. That doesn't make it a gimmick. I know you're being a contrarian on purpose, but, like, that argument still makes no fucking sense. Remember when Persona... Yeah, like, we didn't... I don't think we got, like, Persona 4 until, like, 2008 or something like that. It was, like, after the PS3 came out. Yeah, L does have some good points. I mean, like, whether he actually agrees or like, actually stands by them, I'd say it's probably about, like, 60-40 split, yes, but, I don't know. Persona 3 through 5, and they're used the Japanese honorifics is cringe as fuck. Are they doing it wrong? I mean, I'm just like a dumb white guy. I don't fucking know. The only way I know how to do honorifics is through Persona, the Persona games. Kanji-kun, Yukiko-san. Yeah, yeah, those are honorifics, yeah. Like, it's a part of the Japanese language. I don't know, is that, like, not actually a thing that's done commonly in Japan? I assumed it was. It was, like, kind of, like, especially, like, if you, well, I guess, like, if you're, like,
if you're like the person's friend, I would imagine you don't. It's like tu and usted in Spanish. Like there's a difference. Like if you're close to somebody, you don't use usted, you use tu. I believe that's how it works. Done commonly in Japan, but they're speaking in it. Yeah, true, but it's set. Yeah, but it's set in Japan. I kind of understand that, I think. Yeah, I mean, somebody who's more familiar with the Japanese language, I think is qualified to say that, so I'm not gonna argue that too much. I mean, like, no, like, that's a fair point, though. It's like, when like a non-Spanish speaker is just like trying to use like their broken ass like gringo Spanish. It's just like, which I mean, like, look, I am guilty of that. I mean, but I am like making a genuine effort to try and learn the language, even if it is probably ultimately fruitless. You know, at least I'm making an attempt. You know. I'm trying to not act like, you know, an entire, like, I'm trying to, you know, I'm cognizant of, like, if I act like a tourist, people are gonna judge me and, like, call me a dumb white American and shit. I at least have that level of self-awareness. Non-native Filipino calling. Oh yeah, Filipina. Is that a thing now? I've heard of like Latinx, and like I've heard of actual Latino people just like absolutely hate that, because guess what? Even the most fucking basic grade school Dora the Explorer will be able to tell you that's not how the fucking Spanish language works in any way, shape, or form. So unless you're in some way qualified to just restructure the entirety of the Spanish language, shut the fuck up with your Latinx. It is a thing in my country, kind of. It's a thing in my country, but instead of, you know, because we have Latino and Latina. If you're like from Latin America, so like Mexico, Central America, South America, although that's bizarrely kind of like disputed. I'm not entirely sure why. I think some Caribbean island people like self-identify as Latino, Latina as well, but like it's Latino for men, Latina for girls, and they're trying to make Latinx a thing, and it's just like, that's not politically correct. That's just a way that you can be lazy. That's what it is. Like, oh, I don't care. I don't want to figure out what the gender is of the person, so Latinx. There we go. Like, that's not how the Spanish language works. If you don't know what the gender is, or if they don't have a gender, you default to male. Even I know that. Wait till you go online with your... You should do that, like, your next emulation nation. We come to you with, like, the greatest games of all time, and you have to tell us why they're overrated. We're gonna make you play Final Fantasy VII, and you're gonna tell us why it's overrated. Latin languages is completely based on masculine and feminine. Exactly. Are they an android or something? Well, I mean, like, transgender people, non-gender binary, whatever, like, opinions of that regard, regardless of the, opinions, whatever, wherever you stand, like, these people exist, and, like, in those cases, I believe you would just default to male. Go ahead. Checkmate, motherfucker. Tell me why Final Fantasy VII is overrated. Honestly, I could probably make a good, argument. Like, really, like, if I had to argue that Final Fantasy VII is overrated, I would argue, one, the graphical style hasn't exactly aged well, and two, the story isn't really anything all that special. Maybe it was in the 90s, but, like, nowadays we just have so many fucking stories of, like, what if corporation's bad? Like, it's kind of trite by today's standards, I guess, but it might not have been at the time. Final Fantasy VII is overrated AF because it's not even a standalone JRPG, just looking different. Oh, a standout JRPG. It just looks different at the time. You know what? Kind of. Honestly, I would like to play Final Fantasy VI. Everybody either says Final Fantasy VII or Final Fantasy VI is the best. Honestly, I feel like I could probably get a little bit further in Final Fantasy VI. Final Fantasy VII doesn't even have the quality of life story of classic 2. Doesn't even have the quality of story of the classic 2D JRPGs of the time. Like, what the hell? Sokoden 1 and 2. Final Fantasy VI is too overrated? Okay. Okay, but like seriously, like, is Final Fantasy like okay, real talk? Have you ever actually played Final Fantasy VI? Is it any good? Final Fantasy VII is half-assed. You know you have to do it in like that. Like, here's the thing: you gotta, if you're gonna do that persona, you gotta like talk in your normal voice. Like you can have the sound, you can have like the filter to pitch your voice up, but like your actual voice sounds like the, well, actually, it sounds like that person. It doesn't even have character-specific story arcs because the devs were too lazy to make them. I mean, if you're just comparing it to Final Fantasy VII, I don't think it's laziness. It's just that game didn't exist yet and they didn't think to do it. Also, Final Fantasy IV I've heard is good. Like, so my understanding is Final Fantasy was good for what it was, but now it's kind of, you know, dated. Final Fantasy II is kind of the black sheep that everybody either loves or hates. I would probably hate it. Final Fantasy III, I actually don't know much about. Final Fantasy IV 2, 4/2, I hear is really good. Final Fantasy V, nobody fucking talks about. It was only released in Japan, and honestly, like, I'm not even entirely sure. Was Final Fantasy V any good? Like, I literally don't know anybody who talks about Final Fantasy V. And then Final Fantasy VI is apparently it's either 7 or 6. And then 8 or 9 just seem like kind of a waste of time because they just use the same engine as 7. Final Fantasy X also looks pretty good. That's where they kind of like went into a sort of pseudo 3D style. Has elements of what could be a great game, but all it has is potential that's left mostly unrealized. Okay. Sabin is the most overrated character ever. Add fighting game inputs to a character and call him unique. Actually, that is kind of cool for a turn-based RPG. Like, the thing I like about Super Mario RPG is, you do actually... Well, and even like Final Fantasy VII and Chrono Trigger, like the battle system like Square was using around that time, like, you know, it was more, you had to do more than just press a button. It was more than just like press button attack. Like you actually had like, you could do like if you were skilled and you got the timing down right, you could have like a timed attack and you could do more damage, things like that. You're not even comparing it to Final Fantasy VII. Chrono Trigger, Tales of Berseria, Star Ocean, all on Super... Wait, was Star Ocean on Super Famicom? I thought that was a PS1 game. Did you play Star Ocean 2? Chrono Trigger is nice. I mean, I played a little bit of that. I don't know, I wonder if I might want to go back to Chrono Trigger at some point. Probably not. I probably... No, I don't know. I wonder if I do want to go back to Chrono Trigger at some point. It's not a bad game, I just, like, got stuck at that rap part and just sort of gave up. Like, that happened and I was just sort of like, fuck this. want to take a nap. Oh, where did the thing... where does the thing even open? Oh, is it on the left, I think? Okay. Hey, Solid Redfield, how are you? You know, there were rumors going around that you died. Someone was trying to spread that shit. Like in my Discord. Or actually on one of my streams they were trying to spread that rumor. I'm just like, I don't know who you are. I'm not gonna like just take the word of some random motherfucker in my comments. You know what? We could have some fun with this. Try and get LCX canceled. Just like... Someone, like, tried to spread a rumor that you died. Cancel culture is not as strong in there. Yeah, that's true. Like, you had a guy who was, like, shooting... Like, they elected a guy who, like, shot drug offenders while on a Harley. Like, he was fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger. I think this, I think the bar is set a little bit lower there. No offense. Cancel culture is overrated. Bunch of lynch mobs trying to silence any opinions, not their own. I mean, that's not even just being contrarian, that's just fact. Philippines Punisher Mayor, fuck yeah. Enrico Duterte. I might be getting his first name wrong, but Duterte is how I know him. Are we getting him confused with the... No, I'm thinking of Bolsonaro. He was the guy... Now it's another guy. It's Lula... Wait, no, that is the guy from... Oh, it's Bin Bong something. I don't remember what his actual name was, but he goes by the name Bin Bong for some reason. Or, actually no, I might be getting that wrong too. Just ignore anything that I say. I'm talking out of my ass. I'm getting like 15 people confused. Yeah, Bolsonaro is Brazilian. I know that. Oh, it's Bong Bong. Oh, I gave him too much credit. Yeah, Bolsonaro was the leader of Brazil, and now it's I think Lula da Silva. The reason I get because like the guy who's the leader of Brazil now, also goes by a nickname. I think it's Lulu, and I get Lulu and Bong Bong confused. Duda is Polish Trump. I saw there was... Orban is Hungarian Trump? Yeah, Viktor Orban, I've heard of that. I saw that, Fica is Slovak Trump. Oh my god, wow. That, his influence is really... I saw, Poland just had an election. Was that the guy who won, Duda? Was that the guy who won? Just heard other people call him that. Yeah, like when he was the mayor of, wherever the fuck he was the mayor of. I want to say Manila, but also that's because that's literally the only Filipino city I know. Like when he was the mayor of wherever the hell he was the mayor of, like he had like this insane fucking like tough on drugs policy that basically like if you were caught even using drugs, he would like show up on a Harley and shoot you dead. He was the mayor of Davao. Oh my god, I am going to butcher the fuck out of that pronunciation. Davao. I'm gonna say Davao, and I'm probably wrong. He had an assassin group called the Davao Death Squad. Fuck yeah. Am I pronouncing that? Okay, no, like, that's gonna bug the crap out of me. Am I pronouncing that right? Davao? Davao? I want to say Davao, but that seems like it would be too obvious. Like, that's just how it would... That's how it would be if the English language made sense. And one, it's not gonna be the English language, and two... it's not gonna make sense regardless. Stress the first syllable. So Dave, Davao, okay. Oh, Davao. Oh, okay. Davao. just the first. Davao, 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 Davao. Okay. Is this like a big city in the Philippines, or is this just like? It must be like if like Duterte. Like if Duterte was like the mayor of some shithole town, I don't think anybody would care. Davao, yeah. Yeah, literally all I know about Philippines is Manila. I wouldn't mind going to Philippines though. It seems like an interesting place. Like definitely like probably a lot of nice beaches, even though I'm not really I guess like I say that, but I'm not really a huge fan of the beach. To be honest, I'm not like my parents love going to beaches. I never did. I don't like the sun. I don't like the sand like crawling up in my everywhere. I don't like yeah. I've just never been a beach person. And even like the boardwalk, it's just like, oh, you can get nice candy, but it's going to fucking cost an arm and a leg. Also, I think, like, it was either Duterte or Bolsonaro got, like, accused of, like, molesting a woman, and, like, his response was like, fuck yeah, I did! I think that was, like, Bolsonaro. Yeah, I think it was Bolsonaro. It was like, fuck yeah, I did, and I'd do it again. Moral of the story, Rob Ford is the greatest politician to ever live. Was he actually a good politician? Fuck no, but he was hip, he was funny, and really, in this climate, that's all that really matters. I mean, Trump could be funny if you just, like, did not care at all or did not pay attention at all to politics and you just, like, caught the sound bites. Ford tackled a woman? Yeah, he did. That was great. Who's a good politician? Rob Ford. Look into him. He, like, got in trouble. Oh, Duterte said this about a rape victim. I would have gone first. That's what it was. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, Rob Ford, he was the mayor of Toronto, Canada. He like tackled a woman, like there was like this guy who was like getting in on his driveway, and he was just like, get the fuck off my driveway, get the fuck off my driveway. He like beat up a guy in like I think like one of the guys called him fat in the Canadian Parliament building, and he just like went off and like beat the guy's ass in the Canadian Parliament building. He was ultimately ousted because like he got in trouble for smoking crack, and at first he denied it, and then like his response later was like, yeah, I did crack, but to be fair, I was also drunk at the time, so it's okay. Psychotic hatred of Trump exist before he got into politics? No. Psychotic hatred of Trump? I mean, there were definitely people in the know who didn't like him. Like, the story I remember specifically was Alice Cooper, who, if you don't know, Alice Cooper, the rock and roll musician, he was and still is an avid golfer. Plays golf a lot. And he said, and this was like before Trump ever got into politics, he said Trump was the biggest cheater in golf. So like, and just like, he's made a living being a fucking con man. Like, people in the know, in the Wall Street know that he's a fucking con man. Like, Wall Street execs hated Trump. They would have rather, like, I mean, like, ultimately, like, they got a lot richer as a result of, like, Trump's quote-unquote tax cuts, but... Schwarzenegger did have a beef with Trump for a long time. He claimed Trump was jealous of his physique. I could believe that. I mean, to be fair, who wouldn't be? Arnold Schwarzenegger kind of just like was sort of just like a jack of all trades. He was like the strongest man alive for a while. He was a governor. He was an actor. Like, what the fuck didn't this guy do? He was Mr. Universe. Like if I were Trump, I'd be jealous too. Fuck, I'm not Trump and I'm jealous of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Why can't I be more like Schwarzenegger? I got a hot wife and I get to diddle the maid on the side. Fuck yeah. There is no perfect politician. It doesn't exist. Arnold let himself fall apart now, though. He's old. He's allowed to. Give the man a fucking... Dude, give the man a fucking break. Like, you're gonna tell me you're gonna be at your A game when you're, like, 87 or however the fuck old? Alexa, how old is Arnold Schwarzenegger? He's gotta be, like, in his 70s at this point.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is 76 years old.
76 years old. 76 years old. You're gonna tell me you're gonna be like the perfect specimen of health at 76? Also, like, if you've done as much shit as, like, Schwarzenegger... And I mean, like, at least Schwarzenegger had it at one point. He didn't just, like, making a career of phoning it the fuck in like, Steven Seagal. Or for that matter, Sylvester Stallone. Every account I've ever heard of Sylvester Stallone is just that the guy is a massive dick. Which, I mean, I don't think you needed people to tell you that, but still. I don't think that's actually where the... Oh, I see where it is, actually. I was going to the wrong place. Arnold and Sylvester Stallone had legitimate animosity towards each other. I believe that. The one thing I know about Sylvester Stallone is that, like, while he was filming Rambo 3, he took so many steroids that his penis no longer works. Fun story. Poor Sylvester, he flew a little too close to the sun there. I mean, that's what happens when you're named after a fucking cat. Like, seriously, who else was named Sylvester apart from the fucking cat and Sylvester Stallone? You were named after a cat. Like, I would be an asshole to everybody too if I were named Sylvester. Overrated. Boxers in Rocky block shots with their face. Good. I've only ever seen the first Rocky movie, and I thought it was kind of just not all that good, but I hear they get, like, way better after that. Like, especially, I think, like, Rocky 3, isn't that kind of the fan favorite? about Rumi's favorite, Rocky and Pocky, exactly. Rocky and Bullwinkle. No, we don't talk about that game. That game is actually L. You want to play a game that makes every platformer look like fucking god tier by comparison? Like, play this game and you'll never complain about platformers ever again. Play Rocky and Bullwinkle for NES. It is a game that I'm pretty sure was shipped unfinished. I mean, I don't blame them. Who was actually clamoring for a Rocky and Bullwinkle game? Actually, I never played Pocky and Rocky. I need to. It looks like a pretty decent game. It's like an overhead shooter, I think. A la, like, King's Knight, or... Is that the game I'm thinking of? The one, Square game? Have you ever played Dirty Harry on any of... You know, I've seen it. I don't know if I've ever actually played the game. I mean, like, I've seen the nerd episode. It looked pretty bad from how he was describing it, but... I mean, like, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and say that everything he says is gospel, so maybe it's not as bad as he wants to make it out to be. You have a sick fondness for Dirty Harry on NES. Well, I have a sick fondness for Bubsy, so I think, I can relate to you there. Actually, that's a good concept for a game. What's your best, like, guilty pleasure game? For me, it's probably Bubsy or... Honestly, Drake and the 99 Dragons after playing that this weekend. That might be up there. There's a... Oh, yeah! I remember the Ha-Ha room. I remember that in the AVGN episode. It forces you to reset. Total Recall on NES did something like that, where, like, if you don't shoot the guy in time, if you don't, like, take the guy out in time, he just, like, shoots you to death and you can't do anything about it. You like Bart's Nightmare on SNES? That is a steaming hot cake. That game is... I didn't think you could defend that game. You know, there's like a couple, there's a couple, like, guilty pleasure games I can think of, but, like, I can't think of them at the moment. Oh, Fist of the North Star on NES. That one's... Honestly, I don't even understand the hate of that one.
Like, the worst thing you can say about it is that it's kind of generic. How can you say it's a bad game? I mean, I personally find it pretty enjoyable, but, like, the worst thing I could argue is that it's pretty generic. I do, from what I understand, like, the prequel, like, not prequel, the first game, it's, like, in a series, and, like, Hadouken no Ken, whatever. I hear that one is way worse on Famicom. Bart vs. the World on NES as well. You think people overreact? It's not that bad. I've actually never played Bart's Nightmare. I'm pretty sure I played Bart vs. the Space Mutants. That game is just mental. Like, oh yeah, let's make jump and run the same button like it's the fucking Commodore Amiga. Good idea. Bart vs. Radioactive Man, isn't that off like the same engine as the other NES games? Or was that one of the Game Boy? No, the Game Boy game I think was Treehouse of Horrors. I don't know what that's like. Probably also not good. I don't think like there was the Simpsons arcade game. There was there was that one Crazy Taxi ripoff, and I think that kind of does it for like the good Simpsons games. Also, what, Simpsons Road Rage was kind of like a GTA clone. Oh no, that was, yeah. I think Road Rage, I think that was like a GTA clone, like GTA for kids. Bart vs. the Space Mutants was fun to you. You shall never beat it. Yeah. I mean, like, if you owned the game as a kid, I can understand nostalgia for it, but that game is... it's just dumb. Like, you have to, like, make purple objects not purple. It's just like, what... it's just like, they're, like... I get the feeling that this was not supposed to be a Simpsons game. It was like some generic license that they slapped... like some generic game that they slapped a license on. Oh shit, okay. I found the tech. You had to be there, man. Simpsons Arcade is overrated. It doesn't even have any advanced... Honestly, I kind of agree with that. I always wanted to play Simpsons Arcade because, like... I've always wanted to play Simpsons Arcade because it looked super fun and cartoonish and, like, you know... had all like the characters from the show and everything, and it was like always something I could never play because it was never ported to anything. And then finally I learned how to like actually get MAME properly up and running, and I played it and I was like, this is kind of underwhelming. Like, I don't know, like the Turtles arcade games, those were better, or Alien versus, well, that's Konami, but still, like, the Turtles arcade games were better. Like, give me TMNT, the arcade game, any day, over... or hell, that, the Asterix game. The Konami Asterix game, that shit is really good. That's what I think, like, the Simpsons game could have been.
Oh, it was ported to DOS? I know it was ported to Commodore 64. Yeah, it was ported to Commodore 64, and from my understanding, that port was, like, actually kind of fairly decent for what it was, but... But there were like so many like good Konami beat 'em ups that never got a home port, like the X-Men one, and what was the other one? Yeah, Simpsons. Yeah, like specifically like Simpsons and X-Men should have gotten like SNES ports at least. I guess I've never played Simpsons on DOS. I know, like, Commodore 64 games, you would have had to control it with one button, so... You know, have fun with that, I guess. Try the abandonware. It sucks. I'm sure it does. Actually, you know what? That game might be old enough to where it actually uses. It doesn't even have like. It doesn't even have like Sound Blasters. Like, does it have Sound Blaster support at least, or does it make you like listen to the fucking Simpsons theme and shit like that on the fucking DOS beeper? You know, there was a time, like, not, like, just a couple, like, decades ago, Macs were the gaming machines. Because, like, Macs had, like, built-in sound cards, they had, like, even though the screens were black and white, like, they still had, like, pretty sharp graphics, plus you could plug it into a color monitor and it would look pretty good. Oh, it was a 90s game, so yeah, I guess it would have had... It probably did have Sound Blaster support, okay. Yeah, by the 90s, like, most mainstream games did. Remember... I think, like, the weirdest thing is how Disney had their own sound card. That was just, like... You tell somebody You tell somebody that, like, now, you tell a modern PC gamer that Disney used to have a sound card and it was, like, kind of the best thing on the market, they'll think you're fucking high. Like, I would argue, like, the Disney sound... Like, from what I remember, like, the Disney sound card was better than Sound Blaster. Disney sucks. Disney is overrated. Not anime enough. We need to unfreeze the head of Walt Disney Senpai yeah. One of the best software mods you had on PC was a Yamaha software synthesizer. Oh, cool. Resamples all default MIDI instruments with pre-recorded professional instruments. Interesting. Makes MIDI sound like it's being played by an orchestra. That's interesting. So, like, would that have, so like that would have been compatible with like DOS games and shit? Cool. So like you would have had like the fucking mega kick-ass Doom soundtrack. Yamaha sucks. Yeah, I'm more of a Harley guy myself. Isn't that kind of weird to think, too, that the same company who does pianos also does fucking motorcycles? Oh, it was a Windows program, but replaced all MIDI. Cool. You ever see, so like Vinesauce Joel, was doing like a video like Windows 8 destruction, and he found a program that converts MP3s into MIDIs, and it sounded so bad. Like he converted the John Cena theme into a MIDI, and it was just like, it thought that like it tried to like change the percussion into like piano, so it was like boom, ding, ding, boom, ding, 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 ding. But yeah, MP3 to MIDI software exists, and it really shouldn't. Like, you listen to it and it's like, oh, computers were actually a mistake this whole time. Cool. know what? Yeah, I think this is probably a good place to stop. All right. I think we had a good stream.
So, Rhapsody, a musical adventure, will be on Thursday. Saturday is going to be Rompori 50. It is going to be the Normcore stream spectacular. So, this is my thought. If you remember back to my old thumbnails, I had like this generic image. I got it off of Google Images because I couldn't be asked to make my own logo, and then Elle made one for me, which greatly appreciated. But in my old thumbnail, it was just like a collection of like a bunch of NES games, and it was like the first thing I found when I typed in retro gaming or whatever. And I just used that as my thumbnail. Well, I figured for Rompori 50, I'm going to play all of the games in that picture that I downloaded. Rhapsody is overrated. It is. It really is. And then... I mean, Rompori is massively overrated. I mean, what, like 49 episodes in and you're only now getting into First Samurai? Anyway. Monday, I will be doing a Discord watch party. It will be, what was it? It was another movie, Weathering Together, something like that. Elle's the one who requested it. Type it in chat if you know if you know the name. But yeah, so I'm gonna see who all is live. Oh, wow. VGM is doing something very ambitious. He is playing all the N64 games in alphabetical order. I've seen a couple people do that, actually. Like, if you're gonna do that, the N64 is kind of the easiest one to do, because it's a relatively small library. So, go over to VGM. Let's rate him. Anyway, I might actually watch this myself. I don't know. I wonder what game he's on. N64 is overrated, very much. I agree. Weathering with You. That's what it's called. Thank you. Alright, so This is VGM. Everybody go raid. Go raid VGM. Huge friends of the channel. Does some really good. Did some real. Still does do some like really good music videos. Also plays games. Check him out if you know what's good for you. Anyway, that is it for.
Hey, what's up, Al?
That is it for this stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Ebby, LCX, Solid Redfield, Nintendo, Vinny, Karumi, Sir Jacob, Neo Phantom, KE, Luke. Thank you, everybody who joined. That is it for tonight. Good night. And thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Bye, everyone.